Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Darren Jacobs, and welcome to Crash Course here tonight. I cannot wait to get started. We've already had two incredible pre-show matchups, which if you haven't seen, be sure to go and check out right now. It's already up, and of course it is because it was the pre-show. We're now on the way with the main show. We're kicking things off tonight with the Mayhem Women's Championship, and I believe this is the first time ever that the Mayhem Women's Championship starts the show. But it's Hallie Bowen kicking us off. She earned her way into the match last week via disqualification, thanks to Adrian Reyes getting involved in her matchup with Sandra Piper. Well, for Hallie Bowen, this is a huge opportunity now, and the stakes have even been raised. Of course, triple threats, the normal rules apply, no disqualification. So that's champion's advantage gone for Sandra Piper. And of course, now it's a triple threat. She doesn't have to be involved in the decision to lose the championship tonight, so the odds are not in her favor. But that doesn't slow down the confidence of Hallie Bowen, or Haley Bowen, however you wish to pronounce it. And Adrian Reyes is out next. She won herself the #1 contendership match against Hallie Bowen to get this opportunity. Hallie Bowen, who impressed so much, was giving another chance by facing the Mayhem Women's Champion Sandra Piper, and Adrian Reyes decided to put her in it by interfering in that match and getting her disqualified. Maybe she was edging her bets, maybe she couldn't beat Sandra Piper, but she knew she could beat Hallie Bowen. Maybe she's just being tactical here. But she's been working with the star boy, Estrella Chico, for a long time. She's been working on her game, and she's finally ready to contend for the Women's Championship. The question is, can she get it done here tonight at Crash Course? That is the big ask for her here tonight. And that's two #1 contenders down to the ring, so it's time to bring down the champion, Sandra Piper, who has been one of the most dominant champions in WIW, especially in the women's division. One of the most dominant women in all of WIW, has yet to lose her title to anyone. She has been so dominant. It is Sandra Piper, beating the best of the best here on Mayhem. She's beaten the champion previously on Fight Night. There isn't really much left for her to prove that she is one of the most dominant women in WIW. Of course, her last match, she was up against Hallie Bowen, and it ended in interference, and that caused her to lose, and that was her first loss, I believe, for quite some time at the very least, if not ever. So it's big stakes here tonight. And remember, she does not have to be pinned to lose the championship tonight, so it's not her favor. She doesn't even have champion's advantage. So this is going to be a tough ask for Sandra Piper. She's never defended in triple threat circumstances. She has defended it in she won it in an 8-woman battle royal. So the question is, can she do it tonight when the Mayhem Women's Championship is put back on the line by Sandra Piper here tonight against two contenders ready to make their mark and stamp their legacies on WIW. Let's see how this one goes. Hallie Bowen, Adrian Reyes, and Sandra Piper to kick off Crash Course main show. Let's get this one underway. Look at this. Hallie Bowen was going straight for Sandra Piper, and Adrian Reyes gets behind to make sure. Oh, look at that. Sandra Piper gets caught taunting here, and look at this. Adrian Reyes just going for everyone straight out the gate. Well, she had to fight hard to earn this opportunity. She's been suffering from she suffered from quite a few losses to begin her career, but look at this, not wasting any time to bring the fight to the Mayhem Women's Champion Sandra Piper, and now going for Hallie Bowen as well, who gets caught taunting and made to pay for it with another suplex. And what a start by Adrian Reyes, taking them all on right now. And Reyes working on it. Look at that, Sandra Piper just saying she's going to let him do it. Sandra Piper has been near unstoppable. No one's even come close to keeping her out. Look at this, beautiful gut wrench. Suplex, and Reyes rolls out of the ring, despite her very dominant start to this matchup. Sandra Piper now left with Hallie Bowen, and these two, we never really got to see the matchup between the two because it was interrupted by Adrian Reyes. And this is the strength that I was talking about. One-on-one, she is so hard to stop into a submission hold, which looks like is just going to be broken up there by Adrian Reyes. But Hallie Bowen also finds a way out. And now look at this. All of these women having to deal with the power of Sandra Piper. Her head ricochets off the turnbuckle with that suplex, and Hallie Bowen took advantage with some elbows to the head. Out rolls Sandra Piper. And this is where things get dangerous for Sandra Piper. She can't be out here for long because remember, these two could pin, Adrian Reyes and Hallie Bowen could pin each other, or one of them, of course, and walk out the winner with the championship. So it's not good chances for her here tonight. And what's Hallie Bowen thinking? She steps to the outside. Sandra Piper comes in. And Hallie Bowen's looking for a weapon now. Big headbutt by Sandra. Oh, and downward spiral. Down goes Sandra again. And now the baseball bat coming into play. But Reyes said no. Remember, this is no disqualification. Anything goes. The weapons are legal. And now look at this. Oh! Oh my God! Did you see the power behind that clothesline? And Sandra Piper is on a roll. Exploder suplex and out rolls Hallie Bowen. Oh wait, she hasn't rolled fully because she sees what Sandra Piper is up to. One headbutt and another one. Reyes in serious trouble. Triple headbutt combination. And now Hallie Bowen runs straight towards her and takes her down. Very well done there. Oh, but look at that. Piper springs back to her feet. Bowen now working her way on her. Has her on the ropes. Oh, and she's tossed to the outside. And Sandra Piper, oh, she is not taking kindly to what Hallie Bowen was trying to do. Bowen was just trying to wipe the victory from under her nose. And she was made to pay, and this fight goes to the outside. All three women on the outside. It is no disqualification, but the pin does have to occur inside the ring. But using the outside area to its advantage. These three women all battling for the Mayhem Women's Championship. Beautiful step up in Seguri. Two new challenges, which, of course, the champion is not familiar with. I don't believe she's ever had a... Oh, she has had a match with Adrian Reyes. Look at this. Chair coming into play. And right to the back of Sandra Piper. Just trying to do whatever it takes to slow her down. And yet she just still can't seem to do it. And Hallie Bowen, or Haley Bowen, however you wish to pronounce it, still going down to the ring. I still need to know how that's pronounced. I think it's... I don't know. But look at this. Oh, and now crashing into the steel ring post. And now look at this. Sandra Piper's on a roll and she's dominating. And now with Reyes down on the outside, she's going to try and get the cover here on Bowen. Is that going to be enough? It's a 1. But a 1 count very early on here, and that's worrying signs really, because she's been taking a lot of damage here. Tried to get her lined up for something, she couldn't quite get it off. And now Bowen going to continue to target the women's champion Sandra Piper. Spins her around, trying to get her in the electric chair. What's she got planned? Oh, look at this electric chair driver! Electric chair driver to the Mayhem Women's Champion and into the cover, but I don't think she saw Adrian Reyes back to her feet. Oh, look at that. Went for the exploder suplex, well countered by Bowen. And now Bowen with a massive uppercut. And now she rolls out the ring. She can try and get Piper again here. But Piper brought back to her feet. Oh, and a massive strike to the jaw. Now going for the cover again. Is this enough to become Mayhem Women's Champion? It's a 2 count. And that was close. Sandra Piper. How embarrassing would that be if she was to lose here tonight and lose her championship? I'm sure she'd be very humiliated, especially if she's the one who's pinned. It'd be her first big loss, and I believe her first loss via pinfall, if she is to lose here tonight. And now Bowen has her in the corner. Oh, Reyes, though, going to go for Bowen in a big scrap in the corner. And it looks like the double team might be used here, and they're going for it. Look at this, holding her arms hostage whilst beating away on the chest of Adrian Reyes. But look at that, she still finds a way to slip out and get rid of Bowen. And Bowen rolls out of harm's way. Piper now left with Adrian Reyes. But a Hurricane Rana and very well connected. And now into the cover again. Everyone wants the pride of saying they were the one to take down Sandra Piper. But no one can get the job done. And now has her by the arm. Oh, wait a minute. Piper's back to her feet. This is dangerous. And now the headbutts again. Bowen thought about bringing the bat back in, and I think she wants to. She's deciding whether or not it's worth it. And the triple headbutt barrage once again into the cover rails. But look at this. Breaking it up with the bat. And now lining up Bowen for the end. Oh no, she's going to get caught herself here. Oh no, went for the tilt-a-whirl, well countered. And now Piper. Piper in trouble again. This could be the end of Piper's does rain right here. Hallie Bowen has her up. Electric chair driver again. Electric chair driver. And straight into the cover, but Reyes once again keeps the match alive. And now look at this, a suplex to Adrian Reyes. And now out the ring. And now the elbows coming in, trying to do whatever it takes to keep down the women's champion. She's looked great tonight, Bowen. And now into the cover. That's surely a rope break. The referee hasn't called. Oh, wait, it's no disqualification. What am I saying? No rope breaks there. And it's a 2 count on the champ, who is not looking in the best of positions right now. Now what's she thinking? Gets her up. Just showing the strength there with a big toss across the ring. And now look at this. Using the bat that Bowen brought in to hit her with. And now she's going to just continue to wail on her, maybe. Oh, wait, no, she sees Reyes coming in. Might use it on her. Reyes doesn't let her. And now Reyes going to try and snap this one up to become Mayhem Women's Champion. It's a 2 count. And Adrian Reyes, oh, misses the drop kick to the back. And now in a vulnerable position. No, she avoids the attack from Sandra Piper. Sandra is looking in a bad place right now. And she might get even worse. Pele kick. Down she goes. And into the cover. This could be enough. The referee slowed to count. Is Bowen going to break it up? She does. The referee a little slow to count there, but Bowen would have got there anyway, I believe. And now, going into the corner, Reyes trying to stand strong. She had a good start to this match, but she slowed down slightly. But now she's picked back up the steam. And now has the women's champion where she wants her. She's down again into the cover. Is this enough to become the champion? It's a 2 count. Reyes doing everything possible to keep the champion down for a count of 3. And now this might do it. Pump handle. Slam. Pump handle suplex. And that could be it. We might have a new women's champion right here. Bowen needs to get in the ring to break it up. She does. Sandra almost was dethroned. And into the cover now on Adrian Reyes to become the women's champion. Oh, it's 2.5. What a match we have here to start off. And look at this. Bowen now taunting Sandra Piper, who we have never seen look in such bad condition. She's already been hit with 2 electric chair drivers. And now a pump handle slam suplex. And now look at that. Sandra Piper sprawled out. She's hurt. She's in a bad way, and Bowen can sense it, and she continues the attack. Oh, now look at this. Submission applied. Adrian Reyes needs to get back in time, because Sandra Piper could tap here. Can she stop it? No, she can't. Sandra Piper taps. We have a new women's champion. We have a new Mayhem Women's Champion. I cannot believe it. I never thought I'd see today where Sandra Piper was dethroned, but Haley Bowen via submission has captured the Mayhem Women's Championship. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a shocker to start the show. We have the crowning of a new Women's Champion to start Crash Course off. I cannot believe my eyes. Hallie Bowen, who was put into this match really by Adrian Reyes, has been gifted a chance, and she cashed in on that opportunity. Hallie Bowen is the new Women's Champion. Let's move on down the rest of the card. What a start to Crash Course. Next up tonight, a technical #1 contenders match, but it's also trying and attempting to put this feud to bed, as the #1 contenders match for the Cruiserweight Championship begins between Travis Cotterrell and Stephen Miller. If you haven't been following to this point, here's what's been going down. Travis, a few weeks ago, got himself involved in a match with Steve Miller and went to proceed to beat him down, to send a warning right to him that he wanted the Cruiserweight Championship, and he knew that Steve Miller did as well, so that he tried to deal with him as a potential threat to his championship. Then, in the Cruiserweight Championship rematch between Jake Griffiths and James Rowley, he managed to get himself involved and ended the match via disqualification. And as a result, that match will occur again tonight, later on at Crash Course. But Travis and Steve Miller will collide tonight, and the winner will be the next one to face for the Cruiserweight Championship. Trevor. I knew I was going to fucking say that. Travis has a shot, has already had a shot at Oliver Regen when he was champ, and he couldn't get it. But Travis, new and improved, trying to get back to winning ways, trying to be a champion like he once was. First ever television champion, only to be dethroned, of course, by the mammoth monster that is Big Willie. Big opportunity at stake here tonight, whilst also trying to put himself on the map here, Travis, by conquering one of the biggest names in WIW, in the real deal, Stephen Miller, accompanied to the ring by Catherine Albright, in fact. And of course, Catherine Albright, we know, recently taken out by Sandra Piper, so we know she's not 110%, but she is here tonight, conscious after being made unconscious, of course, to Sandra Piper. So she's done a better job of recovery, that has to be said. But tonight, Stephen Miller, this is all about him. He's got one task in mind. He's after the Cruiserweight Championship, as are a lot of people. So tonight, he has to step up and he has to prove that he is ready to take that leap. So far, two championship opportunities have come his way, and he has been unable to capitalize on either. But tonight, the real deal must step into the ring and prove his worth. Can he get the job done here tonight, or will Travis prevail here at Crash Course? Let's get this one on the way and we'll see. And straight away into a collar and elbow tie-up. And I do believe that we've never seen these two actually face off in the ring. These two are very much not friends, but then again, Travis not very big on allies, not even his own brothers allies with him. They come to the conclusion a long time ago that they can't trust him. Beautiful move there by Stephen Miller, showing his cruiserweight abilities. Of course, Travis doesn't strike you as a cruiserweight. He always came across as a heavyweight. But of course, we know very well that he is a cruiserweight. We've seen his ability to show off the cruiserweight moves, and a spear early on here. And Steve Miller's rolling. And Travis on the back pedal. Of course, accompanied to the ring by his wife, Abby. Of course, been married for a little while now. They actually have been married for a lot longer than they were dating. That's for sure. But Abby has stayed by his side. Of course, seems to be wearing down all the perks that comes with being the wife of the richest man in WIW. Slamming him down onto the apron. And now Travis trying to work his way back into this. We know what a tough task it is to keep Steve Miller down. Think about how many finishes it actually took to keep that man down in the Elimination Chamber. Eventually, he didn't pick up the win, and he did get dethroned. And now look at this for a third time. German suplex. And Travis going to roll out of harm's way. Wisely so as well. Catherine Albright and Adrian Reyes, Abby Cotterrell looking at each other funny there. If you saw that, they gave each other a little bit of a look. And now taken to the outside. Oh, look at this Abby. Abby going to take Travis into the ring. Oh, no. She's just getting him back to his feet. But look at that big knee. And Stephen Miller not letting him get involved here early on. Trying not to let Abby get involved, because we know that Abby will, if the opportunity presents itself, to get involved. We saw, I believe in the last show, her literally taking out James Rowley. Big knee by Travis. A big knee to Travis. And Travis is under pressure here early on. The count is rising. And Travis, we know, would easily take this one on count out if he has the opportunity. Count of 8. Gets him back into the ring, though, here. Travis trying to prove a point, trying to prove set a mark here. Show that he's ready to climb back up the top of WIW's ranks, starting with the Mayhem division. Of course, on Fight Night, he had a quick rise to the top by joining the Wolfpack. But then it fell lower and lower. And that is eventually when he decided to jump ship, go to Mayhem, and try and rebuild himself. And of course, Travis, we know he has the funds and resources to get the job done. But is that funds and resources going to help him here tonight against one of the best that WIW have to offer? Into the cover off the pump handle slam. Travis, to earn himself a Cruiserweight Championship opportunity, doesn't even get a 1. And that's what I'm saying about Steve Miller. So tough, hard to keep down. He's easy to hit though, but then again, Steve Miller can take a hit, and he's proven that. And now Travis to the top rope. He's going to show off his Cruiserweight abilities. He was looking for a swanton and couldn't connect with it. And now Steve Miller brings him back to his feet. Oh, and look at that! A pop-up cutter to Travis. Oh, but look at this, Abby. Abby getting herself involved now, sensing that Travis might be in a little bit of trouble here. And now Travis looking for a DDT and connects. And Abby getting herself involved. And Steve Miller forced to roll. And Travis plays to the crowd, almost saying that he's got this under control. And now, oh, look at that. Tried to strike him to the outside. Couldn't do it. Now Steve Miller flies back in with a massive knee across the jaw. And Steve Miller now lining up for something. Might be looking for that flip over DDT if he can connect with it. Got it right in the middle of the ring. Travis in a bad way. Look at Abby, though, trying to plead to the referee to do something. I'm not sure what he's going to do. Looking for the tie driver. Can he connect? Tie driver. He's down. Is he out of this? Into the cover. Oh, wait, no. Look at this, Abby. Abby pulls the referee out. The count is broken up by Abby getting herself involved and breaking up the count. And right when Steve Miller, I think, had this match in the bag, Travis is saved by his wife. And now Travis trying to fight back here if he can. Gets behind into an inverted DDT. Miller in a bad way. He's given a lot of energy to wrap that one up. The tie driver couldn't get it done now. And now look at this. Looking for the axe kick. Big axe kick to the top of the skull. And now Travis has Steve Miller in a bad place. This could be near the end here. If he can do something. Big suplex. And Travis doing all he can to get back into this match. The control has been with Steve Miller for the majority, but Abby is giving him a lifeline here in this match. Can he capitalize? Looking for another pump handle. Big connection. And now Travis thinking for the gut wrench. Can he get the gut wrench powerbomb in? On Steve Miller, he's got him. Gut wrench powerbomb. This could be enough here. Steve Miller in trouble. Into the cover. Do we have a new Cruiserweight Championship #1 contender? Travis has done it. One gut wrench powerbomb. That's usually all it takes with Travis. And he's got the job done here tonight. Steve Miller put up one hell of a fight, but Abby ruins the match for him as he gets hit, as the referee gets taken out the ring after hitting him with the tie driver. And that should have been enough to keep Travis down and out, but Abby gave him a lifeline and he took it with pride. And look, this was the moment. The referee's count was rising. Travis was out of it, but he was dragged out the ring by Abby and the count was broken up. But in the end, after the axe kick and the gut wrench, Travis has earned himself another Cruiserweight Championship opportunity, and it was the gut wrench powerbomb that puts down the real deal, Steve Miller. And it's a big, big win indeed for Travis, and he knows it. Oh, wait a minute, he's signaling for someone to come down here, but look at this. Steve Miller sensing something's up, and he's still fighting away, not letting Travis do whatever he's planning to. Oh, wait a minute, look at that. It's Bob and Allen. It's Bob and Allen, Travis's personal security team. We haven't seen them in months. Where on earth have they been? Well, look at this. Beating him down, Bob and Allen are back. And Travis picks up a huge win tonight. A shocking end to this match. But we do have to move on down the rest of the card. Next up tonight, the European Championship rematch we have all been waiting for. Mason Foster will go one-on-one with Jax Wolfe once again for the European Championship. I believe this is the second encounter between the two. Maybe there may have been other incidences where they have faced off, but when the championship is on the line, this is their second time round. This is Jax Wolfe's rematch clause, and of course if he loses here tonight, it might be a while before we see him have another crack at Mason Foster. But for Jax Wolfe, the former European champion himself, couldn't defend on his first attempt, and now tonight steps up to the plate with a chance for redemption to become a two-time European champion. Of course, he'll become the second person ever to do that, and the first one, of course, is his opponent tonight. Jax Wolfe with a tough task. Mason Foster, one of the biggest names in the business, but Jax Wolfe has risen up there as well. He has come a long way since his debut. His confidence is at an all-time high, and his focus is at an all-time great point. And Jax Wolfe ready to go here tonight and to recapture the European Championship if he can get it. He had a tough task getting it before in a six-pack challenge. And tonight, he has to go one-on-one once again with Mason Foster. Last time out, it was a steel cage match, where Mason Foster was able to pin him and get the victory. But tonight, will that luck carry over to tonight? Well, you can call it luck. Some will call it skill, depending on what side you're rooting for here. You will see it a different way. But here he comes, the two-time European champion, Mason Foster. Did not have a very successful reign the first time round, of course. A lot of questions came to him and a lot of challengers stepped up to take the title away from him. And remember, of course, Jax Wolfe being one of those people, actually. So this is actually their third encounter for the European Championship. Yeah, when Mason Foster first became champion, of course, he had assistance by Jaden to help him take the title away from who at the time was the longest reigning champion in WIW history in Jace. And Jace stepped in, the title got taken away by Mason Foster, who managed to win the match. Of course, couldn't defend in the first opportunity he got, and Brad Skeens was able to take the championship away from him. Lost his rematch, and he's had to work hard to get himself back to the top, and that's exactly what he's done. The European champion, Mason Foster, who puts his European championship on the line here again tonight. But the question is, can he retain? He's had difficulties doing it in the past. Can he do it here tonight with the European Championship on the line? Will the American flags be put back on the side plates of Jax Wolfe, or will the Welsh flags remain? The challenger, Jax Wolfe, catching in his rematch clause tonight. Whether this is his last opportunity at the European Championship or not, I don't know. He's had a lot of chances at it, but can Jax Wolfe cash in when it counts here tonight against the champion? A two-time champion now in Mason Foster has a tough task of defending against the former European champion himself. But of course, they say you are never truly a champion until you have defended it. Can Mason Foster finally do that and finally cement himself in history as a true, deserving European champion? He holds the title up high here tonight, but it is going to be one tough task. It's Extreme Rules, as our majority of the matches on the card tonight. And the European Championship back on the line. One of the nicest designed titles, if I do say so myself. But over here on Mayhem, it's just as prestigious, if not just a little bit less prestigious, than the WIW Championship. It's such a heavily contested title, and there are challenges for it left, right, and centre. Can Mason Foster knock off one of the first challenges here tonight? And Jax Wolfe going to get the first strikes in here on Mason Foster. We know Jax Wolfe is actually a very good striker. Not one of the top strikers in the company, but he's definitely up there. And straight away gets the early attack here on Mason. And Mason Foster, no familiar to short matches, of course, lost his rematch in a matter of seconds to Brad Skeens. Yes, he was injured at that time, but Skeens did put up a fight. Middle rope Phoenix Splash only gets a 1 count. And Jax Wolfe not wasting any time here to go straight to the outside to get a weapon. And Mason Foster, no stranger to extreme conditions such as this, of course, because we've seen in the past him win fatality matches. He was a part of the first ever fatality match, winning a knockout by landing that perfect spinning heel kick on top of a ladder to get the job done, and there's a super kick. Jax Wolfe has a plan for that table. What's he got in mind? Is he going to set it up? No, he's just going to use it as if it was a chair, and now setting it up in the corner. And Mason Foster in jeopardy here. He's off to a bad start, and now at a table set up in the corner. Well, he's gone to the opposite corner, though. Maybe to send him over to the other side. No, DDT. Well done, though, by Mason Foster. And now Foster into the cover, just looking to retain, and it's a 1 count. It's an early 1 count, considering Jax Wolfe hasn't taken a lot of damage in this one. And now Foster to the outside. He might be looking to get his hands on a weapon. Wolfe just going to taunt on the inside, saying he knows he's got the control here. He's got the control and he needs to keep it. Baseball bat now being applied. Oh no! Well caught there by Jax Wolfe, and some weird lines around here there. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe it's the lighting. I'm not sure. Mason Foster now with some big strikes, and now... Oh, look at that on the outside. Mason Foster trying to get back into this one after Jax Wolfe's impressive start. That table's still set up in the ring, and we need to keep an eye on that, because that could be costly later in the match. And now look at this. Picking him up. setting him up for an inverted DDT. And Jax Wolfe is on fire here tonight. He is desperate to retain his championship. Back inside to the ring we go, and he's going to go for the cover. Jax Wolfe to recapture the Cruiserweight Championship. The European Championship. It's only a 1. And of course, the Cruiserweight Championship will be on the line. It's not on the line tonight. In this match, it will be the European Championship that's on the line here tonight. And now look at that, went for the clothesline. Well dodged there by Mason Foster. Catches the leg on the kick. And now using that leg to wear him down with the single-legged Boston Crab. Trying to get the submission victory here. And he's managed to break his way out. Foster and Wolfe providing us a great start to this matchup here. I have a feeling that it's only going to get more and more extreme as time goes on. They're fighting for the big prize, the European Championship on the line. A lot of pride on this one as well. Now Foster has him on the ropes. What's Foster thinking here? Foster, Irish whip. Ducks under the clothesline as we'll try to prevent him. And there's a clothesline of his own. And did you see the impact on that one? Oh, and now Foster sees the table in the corner and he has his own ideas for it. Oh no, he's just going to put it back down in the corner. Maybe now he's going to take advantage of the corner that's in the table. Oh wait, look at this! He's going for the DDT already! DDT! The DDT! And into the cover! Is that enough to retain the European Championship? 2 count. Well, early days, and that came out of nowhere there from Foster. I thought maybe that might have been enough, but he hasn't taken enough damage yet, Wolfe. And now to the corner. This could add up. Oh, look at this! Oh! Trying to spear him into the table and gets put through it himself. And into the cover, it's a 2 count. Well, Foster tried to spear him, but Wolfe sidesteps. Into the table goes Foster. Oh, my lord. Big impact there. And now Wolfe trying to take advantage. And he ducked under the first clothesline, but strikes for the second. What a fight we are seeing between these two. Foster trying to advance further forward. Wasn't allowed to. Look at this. Bangarang inbound. Foster is down. And Foster being already put through a table by himself, realistically. Now feeling the effects of it as he slows down a little bit. But still not afraid to stand up and keep fighting back here. Big hits. And now look at this. There's a super kick. And Foster doing what he can here to stay in control. He had it for the moment. There's the spinning heel kick. There's the spinning heel kick. He's going to go straight for the cover after already landing the DDT. Has that knocked him out? We have a retaining champion here tonight. Mason Foster's done it. That lethal spinning heel kick always finds a way to knock out its opponent. What a matchup that was. There was the DDT to begin with. Then, of course, Foster put through the table, which they decided not to show on replay, but that was sick. What an amazing matchup that was. And there was the finishing touch, the spinning heel kick, which was enough to deal with Jax Wolfe. And Mason Foster, on his second attempt at retaining the European Championship, has done just that in what was an incredible matchup here tonight. He was put through a table, so he's going to be feeling the effects of that one. But Mason Foster does what he said he'd do in the exact order he said he'd do it. He said he'd earn his way to the European Championship. He did that. He said he would win the European Championship. He did that. And tonight he finished the list by retaining the European Championship. Are we looking at the birth of a new monstrous reign here in the European Championship ranks? And I'm sure Mason Foster, his next goal in mind would be to chase Jace down and try and break his record for the longest time as European Champion. But for tonight, he can celebrate as the Welsh flags will now remain on the European title. Big win for Mason Foster here tonight. Let's move on down the rest of the card. One title has changed hands tonight and another has been retained. But it is now time for the third title match of the evening, and it is the WIW Cruiserweight Championship on the line here tonight. We now know already that the winner of this will go on to face Travis Cotterrell at Danger Zone for the Cruiserweight Championship. But the question is, who is going to meet him there at Danger Zone? The first man down to the ring is the challenger, James Rowley. Now on, I believe, his third attempt at this Cruiserweight Championship. One reason after another, he has been screwed out of being the Cruiserweight Champion, of course. First time round, it faced Jake Griffiths inside the steel cage match with the stipulation that you had to pin or submit to pick up the win, but Jake Griffiths escaped the cage and apparently was counted as a valid win. The following week, they went on to face each other again in the main event on Friday Fight Night, but Travis got himself involved and disqualified the match. And of course, the title can't change hands by disqualification. And of course, tonight he won't have to worry about any of that. There will be no interruptions. Travis is banned from ringside, and if he does get himself involved at any point during the match, then he will be relinquishing his #1 contendership opportunity at the Cruiserweight Championship. And of course, tonight it will be extreme rules as well, no disqualification, meaning this is it, the final encounter between James Rowley and Jake Griffiths, unless something else goes terribly wrong, which we know full well it could. And without further ado, it's time to bring down the champion, Jake Griffiths, the longest reigning Cruiserweight champion to this date so far. But of course, he needs to keep doing that. He needs to keep retaining and being successful. The year of the Burrow in full effect, and everybody's feeling the pressure. Latest victim, Liam Connors, who's not even a Cruiserweight, got beaten down last week after Jake Griffiths says he was forced to compete in a match that he didn't want to be a part of. And of course, I'm sure he didn't even want to be a part of tonight. I'm sure he would have loved to just hold the Cruiserweight Championship without being forced to retain it. But tonight, he has to do it. And against one of the fastest rising stars in the company, the winner of the Road to Glory tournament, James Rowley. But no excuses tonight, no disqualifications, no escaping a cage. Tonight, he has to finally pin him for a count of 3 or make him tap out. He has to do that here tonight in order to retain the Cruiserweight Championship, which is back on the line for the second time here tonight, for the third time between these two. James Rowley, got to imagine this is his final chance after losing via cage escape and by disqualification. He's already lost twice technically, so tonight is his final opportunity, and unless things go drastically wrong for him, then he could no longer be in the hunt for this man's title. Jake Griffiths, the Cruiserweight Champion, the longest reigning Cruiserweight Champion to date. But the question is, can he continue that trend? Can he keep it going and defend the Cruiserweight Championship right here, right now, against James Rowley? No more excuses tonight. This is all on the line. No countouts, no disqualification. It is a matter of who can get the job done in these extreme circumstances. But the question is, who can do that? Who can get the job done here tonight and walk out the Cruiserweight Champion? It is the third encounter between Jake Griffiths and James Rowley for the Cruiserweight Championship. Will these two, who have been a crash course towards each other for weeks now, finally settle this one-on-one in the ring? And look at this, Jake Griffiths straight away, not wasting any time here to beat down on James Rowley, trying to get this one done quickly if he can. And James Rowley, over the last couple of weeks, been taking a beating at the hands of several people. Of course, last week, last week or the week before, ambushed by Travis Cotterrell, so he must be feeling the effects a little bit here, and that would be suggestive by his slow start. But now just trying to work away on James Rowley, who's gonna, Jake Griffiths, who's gonna get caught taunting here. Of course, Jake Griffiths trying to stay on top and coming up with counter after counter right now. And now look at this, DDT, well connected. And Jake Griffiths on a very slow start here, and he might pay for it. Bunny hop already. James Rowley in serious trouble. No way, surely this hasn't done it. Cruiserweight Championship was nearly retained, but Jake Griffiths could only get a 2 count on James Rowley. And now look at this, begging him to get back to his feet. And after weeks of keeping himself fresh, maybe that was tactical, because now he has a massive advantage over James Rowley. And Rowley is in serious jeopardy here of losing his final opportunity at the Cruiserweight Championship. James Rowley has come out storming, and he has not slowed down. Phoenix splash from the top rope. In serious jeopardy now. James Rowley continues to get beaten down. Brought straight back to his feet. Rowley, Irish whip. Trying his best to keep himself in this match after an incredibly slow start. And that's unlike James Rowley. But now look at this. Playing to the crowd almost to say, I'm okay. And he's still ready to go in this matchup. A lot on the line. This will be James Rowley's first championship if he is to walk out the winner here tonight. As Rowley up on the shoulders, Griffiths up on the shoulders, excuse me, and then drops him down with a stun gun. It's a long fight back now, already been hit with the bunny hop, and now just trying to keep himself in the match there. Big DDT. And now has him down on the apron, going top rope. What can James Rowley do from here? We're going to fly, there's an elbow drop. And now wrenching away on the arm as well. And now James Rowley on a roll for the moment, but can he keep it? No, Jake Griffiths with a big strike to the jaw. And big slam down onto the knee. And now look at this. Taunting him, saying this is too easy. He has the control, but can he keep it? Trying to line him up for something. Well countered by James Rowley, who's doing everything possible to keep himself in this matchup. Rowley now trying to advance further forward. Big counter by Jake Griffiths. Big kick, big strike there. And now to the corner. Jake Griffiths backed up in the corner. What's he thinking? Oh, look at this. Lining him up for a super kick. In trouble here. James Rowley hit with the super kick. Jake Griffiths has him down. Can he keep him down for good though? No. Rowley continues to get up. And refuses to stay down. And where does this kid get his heart from? What an encounter it's been so far. No one yet to take advantage of the Extreme Rules condition, but these two, with such a hatred towards each other at this point, they don't even want to use weapons. They want to beat them down with their bare fists. I'm sure Griffiths, though, if he is in trouble, he will be looking to use a weapon. But right now, he's in a decent position to go on and win this match. One more bunny hop should do the trick. Looking for a gut-wrench suplex here. Connects. Showing a little bit of strength there, the Cruiserweight champion. And into the cover now. Is that enough to retain the title? It's a 2 count. Jake Griffiths trying to line him up for the bunny hop again. Wasn't allowed to. And now looking for the neck breaker here. James Rowley desperately trying to fight back. And now playing to the crowd again. I'm not sure how wise that is, to be honest. But he keeps trying to suggest he's in control. But unlike boxing, this ain't going to be won on fans' decision or judges' decision, excuse me. Into the cover. Is that going to be enough off the snap suplex to win the championship? Was a 1. Rowley. Now to the opposite side of the ropes. Lining up for the big knee, maybe. To get himself back in the match. If he can connect with the knee across the jaw, it's quite close. And he gets it. Knee across the jaw to Jake Griffiths. Is this going to be it? Do we have a new Cruiserweight champion here? No, it's a 2 count. Oh, and James Rowley's face says it all. He thought he'd done it. He thought he just captured his first title in WIW. But James Rowley powers out of it. And now back to the drawing board for James Rowley. And Griffiths under a lot of pressure now. And it's only getting worse at the moment for him. Brought back to his feet. And now look at this. Jake Griffiths lines him back up. Went for a super kick. Well caught there. And now, look at this. Takes him down. Submission hold. Submission hold applied. Look at this. Beautiful hold applied. In trouble here is Jake Griffiths. He is in serious jeopardy. Away from the ropes. He's tapped. We have a new Cruiserweight champion. James Rowley. This was his final opportunity to capture the title. This was his last chance to become Cruiserweight champion. But when it came down to it, and James Rowley, and Jake Griffiths, had to get him down for a count of 3, he just couldn't do it, even with the strong start that he had. There was the knee that softened him up, but then it was the super kick being countered, and straight into the submission hold, and it was a win for James Rowley. He is the new Cruiserweight champion. His first title since winning the Road to Glory tournament, if you wish to count that one. But it is his first WIW Championship, and he's managed to capture it here tonight. Big win for James Rowley, and look at his face, it says it all. The Cruiserweight Championship has changed hands, and of course, now Jake Griffiths still has a rematch. So are we now looking at a triple threat at Danger Zone? Well, I don't know. We'll have to find out. But it is time to move on down the rest of the card as we've crowned a new Cruiserweight champion. From one championship match to another, because next up tonight, the Mayhem Tag Team Championship rematch clause is being cashed in by the Linebacks, who of course are here by themselves tonight under the orders of the general manager. Coach Wilson will not be in attendance. And this is the rematch clause, of course, after losing their tag team championships. Aaron Albright and Patrick Green out first. The Linebacks, who have been a dominant force the whole time they were champions. They were the first time champions. They were the first to capture the titles twice. And of course, they cashed in on their rematch clause last time they lost the titles. Can they do that again here tonight with no Coach Wilson at ringside? They've done it before. Can they do it again and become the first tag team in WIW history to capture the title 3 times? Of course, they had an amazingly long second stint. The first one wasn't quite as long. I believe it only lasted the first month or so. But this one lasting a lot longer. They had a very long tag team stint as champions. But tonight, they have a tough task. Can they capture the titles back? Of course, losing them at Lockdown in the steel cage matchup against the new champions in the League of Gods. But tonight is their night. They have a rematch clause. Can they recapture their championships and make history here tonight by becoming the first ever 3-time tag team champions to become the most time champions in history? But these two are champions for a reason, and it's Damas and Black Jesus, the League of Gods, the Mayhem tag team champions. As of late, well, since capturing the titles, they haven't been quite successful, losing to Justice earlier on this month, but they have been preparing themselves for this moment, and that's why they believe that match against Justice doesn't count, because they were just resting up and preparing themselves and not taking anything seriously, because they want to make sure when they step into the ring with the Linebacks again, they're ready to go. They are ready to retain. Tonight, a big opportunity. They could put the Linebacks behind them and concentrate on some of the other teams who are ready and gunning to take the Mayhem Tag Team Championships from them. But tonight, this is a big ask for Damas and Black Jesus, their first ever title defense as Tag Team Champions. Can they do it against one of the greatest tag teams to have stepped into a WIW ring? And it is for, once again, the Mayhem Tag Team Championships. Big task on tonight for the Linebacks, the challengers, who of course are cashing in their rematch clause, and they are banning Coach Wilson from the arena. He's not even here tonight. He cannot get himself involved, and it's been believed that they have depended too heavily on Coach Wilson for the last couple of weeks, couple of months. So tonight they have to prove their worth against the champions in Damas and Black Jesus. What can't be said about these two? They've been so successful as of late. Huge wins over most people in the tag division. And they're not ready to slow down at all. The new WIW Tag Team Champions here on Mayhem. The League of Gods defending for the first time. They always said they were born champions. They were born for greatness. And tonight they get the chance to prove that once again here in the ring. And the Mayhem Tag Team Championships put back on the line. The first title defense for the League of Gods. And of course, so far, the championship rematch clauses go. It hasn't been in favor of the champs. But tonight, they're ready to make history. Here we go. A historic matchup in this tag team division. Up on the line. The Linebacks once again go up against the League of Gods. And look at this, Xander's taking him straight to the outside. Remember, the titles cannot change hands by count out or disqualification via the champion's advantage. So, interestingly enough, we're going to start straight to the outside here from Kazari and Xander. And now the League of Gods going straight to work here. It's Damas that starts us off, and Kazari and Xander who's starting us off. And an unusual choice, becoming more of a starter now, Xander, rather than Green. However, we're used to seeing Green start these ones off. Xander very much a powerhouse, a closer, and has the ability to wrap up a match Count of 7. Oh, Damas thought about walking away for a second there, but he's not. He's trying not to cower away if he can avoid it. A lot of questions of whether or not these two deserve to be champions. Tonight they get to put those questions to rest and assert their dominance here in the tag team division. Look at Damas. Aeroplane spin from the Greek god. And just tossing him down with ease. Showing the strength there as well. Damas, the Greek god. Said to be the greatest wrestler and golfer in all of Greek history. But to be honest, not sure how many Greek golfers and wrestlers there are in the world. First tag made, and in comes Black Jesus, the powerhouse of the team. And now look at this double team. Beautiful work there. And slamming him down after lifting him up onto their shoulders. But Xander, straight back to his feet, not going to waste any time. There's a massive Northern Lights suplex for Xander and Green. Longest reigning Mayhem Tag Team Champions. Most time Tag Team Champions. History shows that they are the most dominant team in the division of Mayhem. However, history is still to be written. There is plenty more to come for the tag team divisions. And of course, Damas and Black Jesus want to be at the top of that history. They want to capture as many successes and accolades as they can. They believe they are historic people, that they are gods. And tonight they get the chance to start cementing their legacies here on the tag team division. Big slam down as Patrick Green has made his way into the ring. And Black Jesus, definitely the strong man of the team. Very true powerhouse. Has that massive spinning power bomb that can win them the match if they need to. And now look at this. He's going to demonstrate for me the strength with a deadlift power bomb. Very nicely done there by Black Jesus. Of course, otherwise known as Ty by many other people. That's how he debuted. Stayed permanently to his nickname, Black Jesus. And has earned the right of that nickname after showing amazing amounts of brute strength and force. And although forming together in quite unfortunate manners by taking out Greg, they have gone on to be quite dominant champions and quite fan favourites, of course, since then, making their new fragrance, Damas, the fragrance by Damas, and it has been very successful. It's been a top hit, and they've gained so much fan attractions and attention from it. And tonight, it's not about the fans, it's not about the publicity. Tonight, it's about defending their honor, defending the championship. They claim to be unbeatable. They claim to be unbeaten. And whether or not that's true, that's down to their perspective. But tonight, there's no technicalities. If they lose the championship, they lose the championship. Oh, and Green wisely rolls out the ring there. There's Xander desperately trying to get back into the ring, but Green on the receiving end of a beatdown early on. And the League of Gods in control for the moment. And finally, Green gets the tag in. Back in comes Xander. And it's a matter of battle. It's a power versus strategic, I guess. You know, technical fighters in the League of Gods. Very smart. Always with a plan in mind. And of course, the Linebacks have been relying on brute force and power to see their way through things, and it's worked to this point. However, it's slightly starting to get a bit repetitive, and people are starting to pick up on it, and that's how they've been that's how they were unsuccessful in defending their championships against the League of Gods. They've seen what they're doing, they know what they're capable of, and they have dealt with the situation. Damas desperately trying to tag Jesus back in, but Xander prevents the tag from occurring. And now Xander lining up, looking for the big leg sweeping DDT. Smashing his head down onto the apron. And we know that's been enough in the past. Is that enough to become champions again? It's a 2 count. Kazari and Xander couldn't get the job done. Oh, look at this. Damas straight back to his feet. Not going to let Xander push him around like that. Well, but Xander straight away grabs him into the corner. Looking for the blitz, but well powered out of the corner. There was Damas. Oh, went for a low blow there, Damas. Just trying to get this one wrapped up. Couldn't do it. Northern Lights tried to bridge maybe into the cover, but saw the position. Look at Xander. That is an awkward landing. And now look at this. Oh, and a big kick to the jaw. And Damas trying to fight his way back into it after losing control with the spiking DDT. Now look at this. Flipping him over. Big connection there onto Xander. Has him down on the apron. Now could line up maybe for those big elbows. There's one elbow. Can he land the bigger one with the bigger run up? No, just going to wear down on the limbs here. And Damas in control for the moment. This is a back and forth contest so far, though. But Damas is keeping the control at the moment. Now look at this. Oh, big elbow. Big knee. Oh, and now he's got him up. Oh, was looking for the Samoan driver. Well, countered it into a DDT by Damas. Flips over. Might look to make a tag. Jesus is going to tag himself into this matchup. Xander desperately trying to get up and reach his partner. But Jesus is able to stop him. And now Jesus, look at this. Lifting him up. Big slam down. Drags him to the middle of the ring, where he might go for it again. He does. Xander in some serious trouble here, as another deadlift powerbomb connects. Jesus just throwing the strength. Might be looking for a third one there, but Xander said no. And tags out. In goes Patrick Green. And the Linebacks are seriously struggling right now. They are in bad ways right now, but trying to get back into the match here. Green gets Black Jesus up on the shoulders. Big running powerbomb. Bad way now. That big connection. But now again, trying to get him up into the powerbomb position. This time looking maybe for a snake eyes off the top turnbuckle. And connects. And now might make the tag. No, he doesn't. In comes Damas now. Damas firing on all cylinders as he rushes back into the ring. The Greek god Damas trying to keep the control that his team have established here. And he keeps Green down finally. And now wrenching away on the head. Look at this. Once again, it's all about style points for Damas. Loves to show off for the crowd. He's got to sell it all for this crowd. Very much a man of the people. He very much cares about what people believe and think of him. Despite the fact he's been doing some heelish things. He has done some heelish things in the past. But all for the name of asserting his dominance and making his brand the biggest brand that there is. The Damas brand, of course. And now look at this. Wearing him away down with elbows. Hasn't gone for that big run-up elbow that he usually dances towards. But has been wearing him down here. And Green is in a bad way. The Linebacks are in serious jeopardy. It was a little bit back and forth to start with. But now the League of Gods have definitely asserted control. And as soon as I say that, Green steps himself back up. Green now playing to the crowd. Needs to find some life back into this match because they are struggling. Big time. And now into the corner. Jesus just trying to pick himself back up on the outside. A big crash into the corner there by Patrick Green. And now a stun off the ropes. Green trying to find some life back into this match. There's the big boot and a leg drop. And now look at this. Jesus desperately asking to be tagged in. Just couldn't make the tag. And now look at Green mocking in the corner the League of Gods. But I wouldn't be doing that because they've only just turned the tide and they haven't even really taken the control. Can he do that? No. In the corner. Not a good place to be when Patrick Green has you there. Looking for the running haymaker. Big strike. And that could start the tide turning here. Big trouble. Oh, look at that. Trying to lift him up. Couldn't do it. And now Damas. What's Damas thinking here? Looking for a powerbomb. Damas connects with the powerbomb. And into the cover. Is that going to be enough to retain the titles? No. But into a Boston Crab. Into the Boston Crab. This could be jeopardy. This could be it. The League of Gods retain. The League of Gods have beaten Xander and Green. And with no Coach Wilson, they had nothing left to do. Black Jesus managed to keep Xander from interfering. And when the Boston Crab was locked in, Damas got the job done. This was the moment where I thought things were turning back in the favor of the Linebacks. But a massive powerbomb, and into the Boston Crab it went. And Damas successfully retains the Tag Team Championship with his partner Black Jesus. Great work from the pair of them. And look at this. Black Jesus did well to make sure Xander didn't come in and interfere. And they've done it. Two championships have changed hands tonight. Two have been held and successfully defended. And the League of Gods have done just that. Their first successful title defense as the Mayhem Tag Team Champions. Damas and Black Jesus, they've done it again. And they will hold on to the championships for a while longer. Well, we found out in the pre-show that Justice, after a long time coming, are ready to take them on. They are next in line for the Tag Team Championships. But Damas and Black Jesus, as you know, are not ready to back down from any type of challenge. They're ready for Justice as they successfully defeat the Linebacks here tonight. What a matchup. big win for the League of Gods. Let's move on down the rest of the card. Well, we've seen 2 titles change hands, and we've seen 2 titles successfully retained in what has been an amazing night here at Crash Course. But tonight, one of the most hyped matches all month long. Hang on, let me try that again. One of the most hyped matches all night long is about to be kicking off here. It's non-title, but it doesn't matter because it has huge implications. The Battle of the Brads is up next, and the first Brad stepping up to the ring is the former European champion himself, Brad Skeens. And he had a decent run as the European champion. He had it for a little while, and he managed to successfully retain twice against, once again, the European champion, Mason Foster. He was the man who took it from him. But Brad Skeens is here tonight, and he's in the building to finally dispose the threat of Original Brad. If you haven't been following to this point, here's what's been going on. Original Brad and Brad Skeens have been fighting over each other in the comment section over who was the better Brad long before Brad even turned up at Mayhem. And then when Brad did arrive at Mayhem, they faced each other for the European Championship. They were both a part of that match, of course. It was a 6-pack challenge. And of course, neither of them could walk out the win. They both getting in each other's way, and neither of them could do it. Then the Chamber came along, and at lockdown, they both faced for the WIW Championship. And Brad Skeens actually eliminated Brad on that occasion. And of course, Brad Skeens did not go on to win it here, which is why it's a non-title contest. But tonight, they finally get to deal with each other. Last time these two faced was on the Go Home show in a tag team contest. Oh no, a fatal 4-way contest. And Brad Skeens managed to make Original Brad tap with the Anaconda Bite. Well, hopefully Brad's come prepared for that tonight. He's got to expect that that's exactly what he's going to go for. The spear could do the damage, but he knows that Brad will more than likely kick out of that if that is the case. But tonight, Brad has the opportunity to prove all the haters wrong. They've been questioning whether he's got it as of late, questioning whether or not he is capable of keeping the becoming a champion once again. Remember, of course, this man is the first ever World Heavyweight Champion, and I would never doubt this man at all. Well, tonight, a tough task, and he knows that Skeens is going to go straight for the submission, so I'm sure the goal is to keep him from doing that. If he can keep him to the spears, then he might be able to kick out of that. Brad, we know, takes a lot to keep down for a count of 3, but when locked into a submission, not exactly the best at defending it. Brad Skeens is ready. Original Brad is ready. Who will come out the best Brad? Let's find out. Big strike to start us off, and a big takedown there by Brad Skeens. Not wasting any time to get to work on Brad. And now Brad under heavy fire early on. We knew that Skeens was going to go full out straight away, and that's exactly what he's done. Big knee to the gut. And Original Brad being worn down here straight out the gate. And he's got to be careful that this doesn't end up wrapping up very quickly. He's trying to prevent that now. Landing the big strikes. Massive one there. He had to line that one up as well. Very nicely done there by Original Brad. Thinking a middle rope attack, but sees him getting back to his feet. Raises his fist there to play to the crowd. He was very much a fan favourite, but as of late has turned his back on the crowd. And we know that he's doing that with the goal of trying to become champion again. He's come over to Mayhem to try to capture a championship, but every step of the way, this man has got in his way. And tonight, they finally can put each other behind them and focus on their future goals. And of course now, this is an Extreme Rules match as well. No countouts or disqualification. Anything goes. Only rule, pin must occur inside the ring. But these two, I'm sure Skeens, the goal for him is not to go for the pin, but to go for the submission. He knows that's where Brad's vulnerable. Most people do. And that's exactly where they try to hit home and strike him down. But Original Brad surely must have known about this coming into this match. And he's going to take all precautions to make sure that that doesn't happen. Trying to grab him there, but gets caught with the gut wrench. Suplex. Very nicely done by Skeens. Straight away wearing down the limbs. Might make him an easier target for the submission if he can get it. And now Skeens has him on the ropes. Irish whip. What can he do? Big spine buster. And now Skeens playing to the crowd. Becoming more and more of a fan favorite every day, Brad Skeens. And now look at this. Oh, tried to charge at him again, but again caught by Brad Skeens, who now has him in the corner. There's the stun off the rope, and Brad Skeens is on a roll to start this one off. But Brad must have heard me say that and is now trying to fight back. Big leg sweep. And neither of these men we know are going to go down without a fight. A genuine hatred for one another. We know that. And now look at this Skeens. I knew it. He was going to go for the submission early. We knew he was going to try it. He's gone with a camel clutch. And look at Brad. That's probably the best I've ever seen him do when escaping a submission. Very nicely done there by Brad. And now a leg sweep. And I told you, Brad would come prepared. He's a smart man. He's a wise man. And he has his eyes on the prize. And that's finally putting away Brad Skeens here tonight. And he's going to do whatever is necessary to do that. What's he thinking? Oh, a ladder coming into play tonight. Oh, okay. And it's gone. just completely just vanished. Alright then. That's cool. Didn't want to see a ladder anyway. Original Brad, now what's he thinking? Oh, look at that. Crashing him into the barricade. Now he's going to try again for an object. Going to try for a ladder again, maybe? No, this time a sledgehammer. Right to the back of Brad Skeens. And that's going to do some damage. And that's exactly what Brad was hoping for. Brad taking advantage of the extreme rule circumstances. Into the cover after the couple of shots with the sledgehammer. Just testing the waters, seeing what state he's in. Gets a 1 count. And now he's got him down. What can Brad do? He's going to the middle rope. He's flipped him over to make sure the landing is smooth. And the knees land right on the jaw. Now Skeens under pressure. Brad now trying to advance further forward. Well escaped there by Brad Skeens. And now Skeens in the corner. Just backing up for a moment. Just taking a second to breathe. He's seen that Brad is turning the tide. And he can't afford to let him get control because he knows he can. Gets him up again. Once again he slips behind. And takes him down with a clothesline. Skeens done well there to escape. And he's doing well to keep his breath. Brad trying to get back in, but Skeens doing whatever possible to make sure he doesn't do that. Oh, and went for a springboard there. I guess estimating. Brad got up earlier, went for the spear, but Brad counters it. That came out of nowhere, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. That pop-up spear that we know he can do out of literally nowhere. But Brad would have countered to it. And now Brad might be able to strike himself. Or might have been thinking battle axe there, but well escaped by Brad Skeens. Oh, and Skeens going to get caught taunting here. He might be made to pay for that. Roll up into the cover. Is that going to be enough to put away Brad Skeens? It's a 2 count. Brad nearly got the job done there. Made him pay for taunting. Now going to mock him himself. And now has him on the outside. What can Brad do? Oh, just steps down. I thought might be going for a springboard there. Decided against it. Wise decision. Brad not exactly the most agile of people. Although he has shown signs of that. He has shown signs of life from the springboard area. Although it's not his preferred move. Brad very much a ground and pound type of fighter. Very powerful. We know he has that big move, the battle axe, which could be hit at any moment. And he's signaling he's ready to do that here. What can he bring to the table? To the corner. That's where he's going to want him. Brad Skeens in trouble. Oh, look at that. With no head of steam at all. Crashes into the corner. And now, beautiful, off the top rope, and we saw this earlier from Patrick Green. There's the big boot. Can he follow through? Leg drop. Nice sequence there by original Brad. And Brad, this is what I'm saying about him. He's a wise man. He learns from his mistakes. He learns with every match he faces someone. And now, trying to advance further forward. Going for old school. Has the arm. Skeens in trouble. So hard to get out of. I think I've only ever seen one person get out of it. And of course, it was Steve Miller. And now has him in trouble. Old school. Very well done there by original Brad. And now Brad sending a message, ready to deliver the ending. Battle axe. Skeens goes down. The battle axe connects and into the cover. Is that going to be enough to put away Brad Skeens? No, it's not. Unbelievable. The battle axe couldn't get the job done. Skeens kicks out at 2. And original Brad tried to continue on his onslaught. And tries to do it again, but counter after counter between these two, just trying to get the upper hand. And an inverted DDT. Oh, look, turned into a neck breaker. And Skeens trying to fight back. Skeens, he knows that he has the submission advantage. That new submission anaconda bite has proven to have been quite lethal until this point. And now tonight, look at this, looking for the suplex. Trying to get himself back in. He missed the spear, and now what's he thinking? To the outside, maybe he's going to bring a weapon into the arena. What's he got planned? Oh, and there's a kendo stick. Oh, thought maybe against it. What's he doing here? Debating on whether or not to use it. He's decided against it. And oh, spear! Spear, that's why! That's why he decided against it! Into the cover, no rope breaks here! Skeens steals it! Another spear from out of nowhere! And he wraps up the win here in this Extreme Rules match! What a victory by Brad Skeens! He had to fight hard for that one. Brad fought hard, and look at Brad. Not impressed at all. He can't believe his eyes that he didn't walk out the winner. Skeens with a sign of respect. But Brad, no respect for Skeens. But from Skeens, he won't care. He's finally put Brad behind him. And finally now can push on, maybe for another title hunt. Maybe to go a bit further. We'll have to wait and see. A big win here for him tonight. Brad, that's going to be very disappointing for him. But it's time to move on down the rest of the card. Big win for Brad Skeens here tonight. It's been an incredible night here at Crash Course. It's been jam-packed, full of action, all surprises, twists and turns along the way. But we have finally made it to the big main event, the WIW Championship, on the line in Extreme Rules conditions. Here tonight, Aaron Albright puts his title on the line against the self-proclaimed Hero of Wrestling, SDC. Now, SDC has proven to be a top contender for weeks now. Put away Jaden to earn an opportunity at the title. And now tonight, the Hero of Wrestling, SDC, gets to prove himself. He claims that his rise to the top wouldn't be a thing, and it did become a thing. But now he also said that him becoming champion will be a thing. Can tonight he cash in on that part and become the champion? Well, tonight, it's been a 50-50 night. We've seen 2 championships defended and 2 championships retained. No, we've seen 2 championships retained and 2 championships change hands. Tonight, this main event will tip the scales. But which way will it go? Will Aaron Albright once again retain the championship as he did for the first time at Lockdown in the Elimination Chamber match? Or will SDC find his way to the top of the rankings and finally capture his first championship here in WIW? And I believe this is his first actual title opportunity. He was not a part of the European Championship matches. He's not faced for the Cruiserweight Championship, of course, not eligible. But tonight, this is his first title opportunity, and it's at the big one. And it's against one of the biggest names in the company, the most times as champion. And finally, he's defended it for the first time as well. It is the WIW champion, Aaron Albright. Finally, after months of trying and several attempts at it, the 4-time world champion defended his championship inside the Elimination Chamber. And as did Max Danger as well. Both champions able to defend on that time. And tonight, the A-lister, the X-Factor, the phenomenal one, whatever you wish to call him. He's known by many names, the iconic one. He has many nicknames, but we know him as the WIW champion right now. But the question is, when all is said and done, can Aaron Albright do it again? Can he repeat what he did at Lockdown and retain the championship? Or will we be looking at a new champion here tonight? Main event. And of course, the big one is on the line, the WIW Championship being defended here tonight. The Hero of Wrestling, SDC, with his first real opportunity at Championship Gold. He's had to work so hard and jump through so many hoops to get to this point. But can he finally do it? Can he finally capture the WIW Championship that he has worked so hard and taken down so many people to get his hands on? He's got a tough task, though, because the champion's in good form, several wins in a row, and, of course, now defended it once. And, of course, once you defend it once, that usually goes on to mean that you can defend it several times. But will that be the case for Aaron Albright, the 4-time world champion, on now the longest reign as WIW champion? Can he extend it out and make it one of the most memorable WIW championship reigns of his career and of any WIW Championship reign to this point? He hands the title over again, a little reluctantly, it had to be said. SDC gets his eyes on the prize, the WIW Championship, the biggest prize on Mayhem, if not in the entire company. On the line here tonight Aaron Albright finally broke the curse, became the first man ever to defend it, and we've had several champions. We've had him, Rage, Jaden, and King Sam as well, and none of them have been able to retain, and Aaron Albright was the first person to do just that. Can he do that here again tonight against SDC? And he's going straight to the top, not going to waste any time, maybe looking for an elbow drop. Oh no, look at this, begging SDC to get back to his feet. Remember, this is Extreme Rules conditions. No countouts or disqualifications. The count must occur inside the ring, though. Only rule of this match. SDC rolls out of harm's way and now can advance forward with a strike. Gets behind for a full Nelson suplex. Very nicely done. And now straight to the outside, SDC. Sensing Albright got off to a good start there and going to maybe go for a weapon. And look at that, the X Factor saying you can bring whatever you want. And he brings in a kendo stick to the ring. SDC made him play chase. Did you see that swing? What a swing! Albright went straight for it again and this time grabs it himself. And now to the back with the kendo stick. These two trading kendo stick shots. And he gets it out of harm's way there, Aaron Albright. Well, the hero of wrestling in jeopardy here, as Aaron Albright's got off to a good start and he doesn't look like he's slowing down. Well countered. Northern Lights thought about bridging into the cover but saw that his feet were on the ropes. Decided against it. And Aaron Albright's looking great at the start here. And now, what's he thinking? Wenching away on the arm. Of course, Aaron Albright been part of some of the biggest matches in WIW history. Of course, being part of one of the biggest at Hellfire, where he had won the championship for the 4th time. And now there's the curb stomp. Is that going to be enough to put SDC away for good? It's a 2 count. SDC in serious trouble. Aaron Albright is on a full head of steam, and he doesn't look like he's slowing down. SDC needs something big to keep himself in this. Oh, was looking for a Tiger Powerbomb. Couldn't connect. And very well done there again by Aaron Albright to escape. And now lining up for the end already. Aaron Albright to defend for the 2nd time as a WIW champion. Super kick. Big connection. He's got him. Into the cover. Has Aaron Albright retained the title? No, it's 2. Very close indeed, but it's a 2.5 count. And Aaron Albright couldn't get the job done. Well, he's been in control of this match and still thinks he can put him away. Now going for submission. Figure 4. Locked in. Oh, no. He didn't keep it locked in, though. Decided against it. And Aaron Albright in control, and he knows it. And he needs to stay in control because SDC, we know it takes a lot to keep down. Of course, Jaden, at one match, landed 5 massive Phoenix splashes, and that couldn't keep him down. And he still kept getting up. Big elbow to the top of the head here. And SDC needs to fight back. He's going to try and do that here if he can. Or caught him running at him, but once again countered. Albright is in phenomenal form right now. And look at this. I told you, once he defended it once, he'd finally find the momentum he needed. SDC once again lined up for the curb stomp. And look at this, not even done there. Doesn't even want to end it there, and he knows he probably could do. SDC in serious jeopardy. Oh, look at that big counter on the suplex. SDC not ready to pack his bags just yet, but he is in serious trouble. He's taking some big hits, and he isn't delivering big ones of his own. Oh, might have been thinking injustice there, but well defended by Aaron Albright. Deals with the threat. And now back to his feet. He's trying for something here, Albright. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. And now SDC, what's he going for here? Oh, and a nice little downward spiral there while he was down on one knee. And a running one at that. And now, oh, there it is! Kryptonite, the knee! The knee connects here by SDC. And now SDC trying to turn the title. Went for a jumping DDT. Well caught by Albright. And takes him down the running knee. Didn't have much effect there, the Kryptonite. Couldn't do it. And now look at this. DDT of his own again. And Aaron Albright in control and staying in control no matter what SDC is throwing at him. Went for a chop. Couldn't connect. And now, look, what can SDC do? He needs to do something big here to keep himself in this matchup. Or try to grab him there. Couldn't do it. Well countered. Gets him over the shoulders. Albright escapes the grasp of him. Gets him again. Looking for a suplex. Connects in the middle of the ring. And now Aaron Albright has him down. And what's he thinking? Submission hold applied in the middle of the ring. Has him by the throat. SDC in serious trouble. He's nowhere near the ropes. He ain't going to be able to break it. But he escapes though. And of course rope breaks won't even work. I just realised, yeah. Rope breaks don't even work. Oh, what a catch! Oh! Slamming him down onto the apron. And now, ready for the Injustice to put him away. Do we have a new champion right now? Gets him up. Injustice! Injustice by SDC. Do we have a new WIW champion? No! Albright kicks out of the Injustice at 2. And look at SDC's face, it says it all. But plays to the crowd, the hero of wrestling. Loved by many, hated by few in the crowd, hated by few in the stadium. Mainly by the backstage people. But look at this, now fired up and full head of steam. Another kryptonite. He's doing whatever it takes to get back in this match. And he has control for the moment. But Albright refusing to let him keep it. These two trading back and forth, just trying to get one up on each other. Neither can do it right now. Who can get it done? Big kick to the gut. What's he thinking? Gets him up again. Injustice again. Injustice again. SDC says it's over. Is that enough? Do we have it? We have no. Oh my God, that was so close. But once again, Aaron Albright kicks out of Injustice number 2. Unbelievable. And SDC really has got back in this match in style, and he is in control now. But he needs to keep it. He needs to get the job done, and right now he just can't do it. Albright's kicking out at everything. And a middle rope dive with the elbow drop. And now going to go for the cover again. He thinks he's done enough. Is that going to be enough? Again, Albright kicks 2. Unbelievable. Albright, I've never seen him give so much fight in his entire career. And tonight, he's putting everything on the line. He's risking everything to retain the championship. Now what's Albright thinking? Once again, has him in the middle of the ring. Looking for a third curb stomp. Got him! Curb stomp number 3. And straight into the cover. Oh, the referee very slow to count. Is that going to affect this ending? Albright's done it! The third curb stomp was enough to keep him down. And Aaron Albright, for the second time in a row, retains the WIW Championship, continuing the longest reign in WIW Championship history. And look at this, Albright showing some respect here, but SDC's frustrated and you can't blame him. His first title attempt, and it hasn't gone his way. And Aaron Albright has done it again. Aaron Albright retains the championship. What an amazing night. And Aaron Albright tops it off with a huge win. That's going to conclude tonight's amazing show. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts and feelings on tonight's show, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Thank you guys so much for 400 subscribers, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.